And thank you for joining us from Las Vegas, Nevada. It's Dave Farah alongside Jason Mahoney, and tonight is Tuff-N-Uff 137 from the fight capital of the world, the theater here at Virgin Hotels. This is a storied venue, Mahoney, that has seen so many great fights over the years, going back to when it was the Hard Rock and the Joint. So many incredible moments inside of this venue, and tonight that tradition continues.
Dave, thinking about those old Ultimate Fighters that used to air on Spike TV back in the day. So the fact that Barry and Jeff Myers, Tuff-N-Uff, the future stars of MMA, are here tonight, getting stars ready for the UFC and beyond. It's an exciting moment to be a part of.
You know, I was doing an event last weekend, and Chris Lieben was actually the referee, and he was talking about when he fought Anderson Silva in this very room. So, like I said, a whole lot of history, but Tuff-N-Uff, if you're not familiar, first off, thank you for joining us. Secondly, we've got ourselves an event and a promotion that really elevates fighters, gives them the opportunity to get to that next level. And that's what Tuff-N-Uff has always been about, is giving these fighters an opportunity, the future stars of MMA.
I mean, names like Couture, names like Ronda Rousey, all got their start in this cage. And the next future star of MMA could be here fighting tonight.
We're going to have ourselves a thrilling fight card again. Thank you for joining us. This is Tuff-N-Uff 137, and these are the future stars of MMA.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Meyer Brothers world-famous future stars of MMA. Tuff-N-Uff, live on BN Sports USA from the beautiful Virgin Hotels, Las Vegas. Tonight, prepare to witness MMA's rising talent. The next big names ready for war, live and now. The cage is back and open for business. Let's get to work. Making their way to the blue corner, Javier Reyes.
It is go time in Las Vegas. It is Dave Farah alongside Jason Mahoney. Thank you so much for joining us for Tuff-N-Uff 137. As we mentioned, we are coming to you live from the theater at Virgin Hotels, and tonight should be a fun one. We've got so many great fighters on this undercard that are fighting as amateurs, and we've talked about this a lot over the years, Mahoney. When you've got fighters that are just starting out in their young careers, you know, we've got some fighters actually making their debut tonight. You put in so much time and so much effort in the gym to finally have the opportunity to step into the cage and show it off. It's an exciting moment. The nerves are going, but so many of these fighters that we've seen that are entering the Tuff-N-Uff cage are ready to meet the moment.
Dave, being here at Tuff-N-Uff, getting ready to step inside this cage, knowing the eyes that are going to be on these fights, the fact that we've seen so many people fight in this cage and then make their way into the highest ranks of professional mixed martial arts, you know, it's a really special moment. And for Javier Reyes, you know, looking for his very first win as a fighter, you know, I can't imagine the nerves that are going through his body right now.
By day and trade, he is a mechanic automotive. He said Conor McGregor is his favorite fighter. In 5 years from now, he wants to be a professional fighter. He's been in mixed martial arts for just 2 years' time, so, you know, a lot of time in the gym. He did have one fight that didn't go his way. Looking to get into the win column tonight. Welcome to the Tuff-N-Uff cage, Javier Reyes.
Justin Boyd.
Justin Boyd is making the walk right now, and we talked about those nerves for the fighters that are making their debut tonight, and that is exactly the situation for Justin Boyd. You know, he is very, very tall for his weight class. He is 6 foot, and when you're talking about a guy that's fighting tonight at 140 pounds, that's a big boy.
Well, and we know Justin Boyd has chosen violence tonight. The fact that he's making his debut here at the theater at the Virgin Hotel here in Las Vegas, but he's walking out. You like that from Kendrick and Metro Boomin. He ain't afraid of a little bit of beef. Looking to settle that inside the cage tonight, loving it.
I love his story too. He started out as a software engineer. He said he gave that up, started working security at a nightclub so he could focus on his training and on his fighting. This is a path that he is taking very seriously, and tonight a huge moment in his young career.
And let this be a lesson to anybody who decides to come to Las Vegas and act a fool in a nightclub. Just know everyone trains here.
Yes.
Literally everyone trains here. There's not a worse place on the planet
decided to act a fool or get crazy with security, because, you know, again, you're going to run into a gentleman like this, that's going to be a bad evening for you.
Yeah, there's nothing more. It's one of my favorite pastimes is seeing some drunk bro wearing a romper that's had too much to drink at a day club that decides he's going to mess around, and then all of a sudden he finds out real quick. But, you know, he's a dad. He's got a 5-year-old daughter. He said that one of the most exciting experiences of his life was becoming a father, but I imagine this ranks up there as well. Justin Boyd walking into the Tuff-N-Uff cage and taking a look here at our tail of the tape. The big story here, obviously, is the 3.5 reach advantage for Boyd. Let's see whether or not that plays a factor. Here's Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, our first bout of the evening is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds and a Tuff-N-Uff catchweight bout at 140 pounds. Introducing to you first, in the blue corner, he's a mixed martial artist with an amateur record, 0 wins, 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 140 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Javier Reyes. And now, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He's a mixed martial artist, making his amateur debut tonight. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in officially at 139 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Justin Boyd. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Matthew Beamick.
Cage doors are closed. 3 2-minute rounds. Our format. This is Tuff-N-Uff 137, our first bout of the night. Reyes wearing the blue trunks. Boyd is wearing the black, and both of them already to the center of the cage.
Nice leg kick starting off by Boyd.
Switching stances too, like that as well.
Reyes.
Nice shot there from Reyes.
Already looking to get that takedown.
Yeah, he's trying to elevate Boyd. Boyd doing a nice job of being heavy, keeping his feet on the ground.
Bend your knees, get that right underhook deep. Bend your knees, get the right underhook deep. Lock your hands together if you can.
One of the advantages of fighting so early on a card, too, is that, you know, in Las Vegas, everybody's on their own schedule. So they show up and starts to fill in on their own time. But with it as quiet as it is right now, you can hear your corner impeccably.
And us, so it's hard to criticize anyone.
Nice knee there by Boyd, but Reyes just holding strong still, got him up against the cage.
Yeah, and that's one of the interesting things, you know, as an amateur fighter, you really kind of have to adjust your strategy because you only have 2 minutes to work. So we're at the 1 minute mark right now in round number 1. And, you know, less than 60 seconds to try to figure this out. Right now it's been a very close first round. Obviously Reyes looking for the takedown here, has good control, but Boyd not easily getting taken down to the mat. So very close first round so far.
Yeah, I mean, basically since Reyes has gotten a hold of Boyd, he has not let him go. You know, I mean, we haven't seen a ton of action here. We've seen a couple knees from Boyd, but he hasn't been able to shake off Reyes just yet. So that cage control from Reyes definitely scored him some points so far in this early first round.
Yeah, and we questioned whether or not, you know, the reach advantage for Boyd was going to be a factor early on in this fight when they were striking, and so far Reyes is doing a really nice job of negating that. Referee's going to break him. Less than 20 seconds left to do work here in round number 1. Whew.
Reyes.
Final 10 seconds.
Missed.
Both these guys swinging for the fences. And look at this.
That transition was fast. Wow.
Doesn't have a lot of time to work. That is the end of round number 1. But what a statement there from Justin Boyd to close out the first round.
Again, I don't envy the judges right now.
For over 85 years, Labor's Local 872 in Las Vegas have teamed up to change the world of entertainment, sports, and economic development. Labor's Local 872 is a proud member of Team Vegas. From 1937 to today, Local 872 has been moving Las Vegas forward. Our members built the Hoover Dam Extension Bridge, finished City Center, expanded our roads, and made Vegas the biggest stage in sports. Vegas is ready. It's game time.
Set for round number 2 in our opening bout of Tuff-N-Uff 137, coming to you live from Las Vegas. The whistle has sounded, the stools are going out of the cage, and we've got ourselves 2 fighters tonight that had a very exciting first round, but a very close first round as well.
Yeah, I mean, that big flurry that we saw from Justin Boyd there at the end, plus those hammer fists, may have scored him, may have edged him out, but again, very, very close first round. Don't envy the judges so far.
2 more minutes on the clock, and here we go, round number 2. Boyd with a big kick there that misses. Reyes with a nice outside leg kick. Both these guys willing to throw some flashy stuff.
I mean, Reyes is throwing with everything he's got. He's trying to close that distance, but Boyd's doing a pretty good job of staying away right now. I mean, obviously knows how that first round went. Once Reyes gets in and can get a hold of him, it's hard to get out.
Yeah, I'd like to see Reyes set that up a little bit more. You know, he is swinging for the fences right now, and there's a lot of great-looking kicks that, you know, are very flashy, but they're not landing right now. Oh, nice right hand from Reyes.
It's the biggest shot we've seen so far in this fight.
Yeah, and that one stunned Boyd a little bit. He's recovering pretty quickly, but Reyes trying to seize the opportunity here and get his opponent down to the ground.
You know, got a hold of that left leg again of Boyd. But Boyd showed that he's got pretty good balance, you know, in that first round, you know. Reyes was working really hard for about, you know, a minute 30 during that first round in a similar position to what we see right now. Wasn't able to do a whole lot with it, but I mean, again, that is cage control that does score points when it's close.
He's trying to get that other leg there, go for a double leg takedown. But again, Boyd showing that balance, avoiding the takedown, doing a nice job of that. But I think the judges are probably going to want to see more than this right here, right? Pushing your opponent up against the cage, definitely doing a nice job of, like you said, controlling the action. But you see the referee there, he's clapping his hands. He's saying, come on, let's go, want to see some action. And look at this, it is Boyd that drags the opponent to the ground, but unfortunately for him, Reyes is the one that ends up in the top position here. Sneaks a punch in, nicely done. He's got that knee on that belly now. Very uncomfortable, and that helps him transition to full mount.
Yeah, this is a dominant position to end this round in.
Dominant position, and you see Boyd, he's covering up right now. He's rolling. Final 10 seconds here of round number 2. So again, not a lot of time to work, but he does reverse it there. Still, I think that Reyes getting the full mount, that's going to get along with that.
Had the biggest shot of that round. I give that round with the, you know, cage control to Reyes. That one, I think that was a little bit more clear-cut in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, taking a look at some of the action here, I mean, you see that right hand. That was the one that stunned Boyd, that pushed him back. Boyd tried to answer back. Reyes doing a nice job avoiding that reach advantage. So he's, you know, kind of bobbing and weaving, and Reyes did a nice job with that right hand. We'll be right back with round number 3.
$46,000 ATMs that won't charge you a fee with One Nevada.
Third and final round. As we said, Boyd making his debut tonight. Reyes looking for his first win inside of the Tuff-N-Uff cage. This is a big moment, as we have seen, you know, both these guys willing to swing really hard. But in my opinion, this is Boyd's moment. He's got to go out there and I think get a finish.
You know, if I'm in his corner, I'm telling him, yes, you go finish. It could be 1-1, but more than likely it could be 2-0.
You don't want to leave it up to the judges. Quick touch of the gloves, and again, not a ton of time to work here. Only a minute 55 here in the remainder of this fight between these two warriors.
Say Boyd's done a pretty good job considering this is his, you know, first time in a cage, making his debut. You know, he's showing real good composure, and he's doing a real good job, not taking a ton of damage so far, you know, but also not inflicting a ton either. That's what, you know, would like to see a little bit more action from him if he's looking to steal this third round.
And Reyes barrels in once again. He's looking for that single leg. This has been the story of the fight, right? With Reyes pushing Boyd up against the cage, controlling the action. Let's see if this continues here in round number 3. 70 seconds remain in this fight.
Yeah, I mean, this has just kind of been the story of this fight. You know, once Reyes gets a hold of Boyd, he doesn't let go. I mean, the only reason that we've seen him getting taken off of Boyd is because of the referee separation in the first and the second round.
And Boyd completes the takedown there, ends up in half guard. Boyd does have control of the head. And again, 45 seconds left in this fight, but Reyes working his way to full mount, and he does. He's got some time to work here. He's got 35 seconds trying to throw some big punches. Boyd giving up his back. Let's see if Reyes is able to flatten him out and get that choke. He's going for it right now. Some strong hand fighting going on. Boyd doing everything he can to avoid it, rolls back. And is he able to reverse it once again? He's done that a couple of times before. Down to our final 15 seconds. Reyes doing a good job of trying to control his opponent, who's trying to posture up and throw down some punches. Just has him tied up right now. Down to our final 10 seconds. And Boyd throwing some punches from the top, but again, Reyes just tying him up, and that is the end of round number 3. Our scorecard's obviously unofficial, but Reyes, I think, definitely won 2 out of those 3 rounds, if not all 3.
Yeah, I have. The first round was close, but I gave the slight edge to Reyes. I don't know if that finish there by Boyd at the end of the first was enough, but rounds 2 and 3 were all Reyes. I mean, really good. Just did not let up. You know, showed a lot of heart and tenacity. But again, you know, really impressive first performance inside the cage for Justin Boyd. A guy like that making his debut, it is not easy, especially, you know, when you're going up against a guy who's got those butterflies, you know, out of his stomach from having a fight already inside the cage.
Yeah, it's a huge difference between having 0 fights and having 1 fight, right? Because at least you know what to expect with the emotions and with the adrenaline dump and all of that. I mean, Boyd came in, had himself a nice performance. I mean, nothing to be ashamed of. And again, nothing is official here. We don't know if he won or lost based on what the judges saw, but the judges have rendered their decision. Both fighters coming back to the center of the cage right now. Justin Bernard is making his way in, and we will make this one official. Our first fight of Tuff-N-Uff 137, and Justin Bernard has our official decision. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges score the contest 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, Javier Reyes.
Javier Reyes getting into the win column. Congratulations to him. He improves to 1-1 there. Great job by Justin Boyd stepping up to the challenge. That young man has got a bright future in front of him, but tonight, all about Javier Reyes and his performance inside of the Tuff-N-Uff cage. We are live from Las Vegas, coming back with more Tuff-N-Uff 137.
Johnson.
And now we bump it up to the big boys. This one is a heavyweight bout, and you've got 2 big fighters that are set to make the walk. Let's start with Ashton Johnson in the blue corner tonight. 250 pounds a man, Mahoney. I love these heavyweight fights. He is also looking for his first win tonight.
You know, growing up as a fan of combat sports in the 80s, Dave, you know, watching the likes of Mike Tyson and like Riddick Bowe, the biggest, the baddest dudes on the planet, you know, there's just something that is so special about the heavyweight division. So I always am a fan of when these guys are going to step inside this cage, and Ashton Johnson is looking like he is ready to throw some hands tonight.
Day job is he is a manager at an assisted living facility, but he really thinks that this fighting career could be something for him. And when he was asked what heroes do you have? Who do you look up to? He said, and I love this answer, the future me.
Oh, man. No, there's nothing more powerful than believing in yourself.
He's been in mixed martial arts for quite some time now, and he said that he's been getting ready for this one, jumping rope, doing push-ups. Doesn't know a ton about his opponent, and that's one of the challenges that you have with fighting in the amateur ranks. There's sometimes not a whole lot of tape on your opponents. He just says that he knows that his opponent is 1-0, and he is here too.
You know, ask about what terrifies you in this life. He says, not trying. You know, again, very inspirational. Love that outlook, and I love the fact that, you know, we're getting to see him here inside the Tuff-N-Uff cage tonight.
He's got a Muay Thai and Taekwondo background, and again, a big moment for Ashton Johnson as he makes his walk into the Tuff-N-Uff cage for a heavyweight fight.
Addiction King.
Addiction, the almighty king. You have to have a certain level of confidence to call yourself the almighty, and this young man has it. Look at that frame. He is 6'2", tips the scales, walks around about 205 pounds, but has said, you know what? Even though I'm naturally maybe a light heavyweight, a heavyweight fight I will absolutely take. And he's got that build kind of like a John Jones, right? John Jones has certainly found a whole lot of success at heavyweight as well. He said that he's been getting ready for this one by constantly training inside of the gym, focusing on his cardio. He is an accountant by day, and he said he is looking forward to taking advantage of this opportunity because the thing that scares him the most is not taking the opportunities that the universe offers to him.
I will say this, Dave, my accountant does not look like him. I would like to hire him, his services, because if I ever have to fight the IRS,
you want that guy in your corner.
That is a gentleman who I want on my side and backing me up.
He said that John Jones is the favorite fighter in his book. He said he can win standing, grappling, or anywhere else. So he said that he views himself as a freestyle mixed martial artist, and excited to see that, you know, he's a fighter that switches his stance regularly. Excited to see how that plays out tonight against a very strong and a very tough opponent.
And there's a pretty big weight difference between these two, which we'll see here at the tail of the tape shortly. But, you know, the fact that, you know, he is undefeated in his young amateur career, you know, the world is ahead of the almighty king, Dave.
He said he always stays ready too, which I like. I mean, you know, you have these fighters that sometimes, you know, it's like either all on or all off when it comes to their training. He said that he always stays ready because you don't want to have to get ready. Whether it's a last-minute fight or a fight that you found out about with 2 days' notice, it doesn't matter to him because he is always ready to step inside of the cage and showcase his skills. Fighting in front of a hometown crowd tonight here in Las Vegas. Excited to watch this man do his work again. Making a leap of faith on himself, going up from his natural 205 up into the heavyweight division, and his opponent, like we said, is a big boy at 250 pounds.
You know, I like seeing fighters kind of fight up on occasion, especially around, like, you know, when you're talking about light heavyweights.
Next bout is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds in the Tuff-N-Uff heavyweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. He's a mixed martial artist with an amateur record, 0 wins, 1 loss. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 252 pounds. Fighting out of Los Angeles, California, Ashton Johnson. And now, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He's a freestyle fighter with an amateur record, 1 win, 0 losses. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 213.5 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Addiction, the almighty king. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Jimmy Garino.
Cage doors are closed. 3 2-minute rounds. Johnson wearing the blue tape, King wearing the red tape, and we are underway in the heavyweight division. Let's see if it's fireworks like we see in the heavyweight division many times.
Did you not know what color Johnson's trunks are? That's a burgundy, Dave. That's a burgundy.
No, I said it's the tape on his gloves.
I know, but I'm just throwing that out there.
I know burgundy, mostly Ron. Little head kick action there, and both these guys throwing big punches. Whoa!
King saying, all right, let's do this. Interesting. That was a big explosion to a almost standstill.
It's interesting when you feel the power, all of a sudden you're like, okay, all right.
I'm glad I'm on this side of the cage. I'll just say that much, Dave.
Another kick to the body there from King.
The accountant making deposits.
You've been waiting for that one, haven't you?
I have. Couldn't wait that long.
Inside of the final minute here of round number 1. Both these fighters showing each other some respect.
Johnson showing off that he can get that kick up to King's head if needed.
Ooh, nice shot there. And, oh, man, King comes swinging back around with one of his own.
But Johnson, as he was turning around, landed one of his own on that break.
Yep.
A lot of power in both of these guys. And I think that's why we're seeing just these bursts of just violence, followed by a little bit of feeling out.
Down to our final 15 seconds here in round number 1. Oh, my. King lands a big shot there. Caught Johnson enough to put him down on the ground, and Johnson working his way back up. Looks like he is just fine. Boy, flurry after flurry in round number 1 between these two. An exciting heavyweight bout indeed. Taking a look at some of the action here from round number 1. As you see there, I mean, the punches when they go are kind of all over the place, but Johnson managed to connect there a little bit on the last one. And then you see King coming in, and wasn't really, okay, so that wasn't as much of a knockdown as I thought. It was more of a slip. Yeah. Coming right back to round number 2.
When you're hurt in a wreck, you want an attorney that will fight for every dollar you deserve. In many cases, Lerner & Rose recovered 10, 15, 20 times more than the insurance company's original offer. Get the money you deserve. Call Lerner & Rose today.
Call 877-1500.
Here we go, round number 2 in the heavyweight division, live from Las Vegas. You got Johnson wearing the blue tape on his gloves with the burgundy shorts, and you've got King with the red tape wearing the black shorts.
It's more of a midnight.
Would you stop?
I've been watching Project Wrong Way.
Have you?
Yeah, my wife's making me watch it.
Here we go, second round underway. Again, a lot of feeling out in the first round, showing each other some respect. Interesting to see who strikes first here in round number 2.
I mean, no surprise there, Dave. We got two fighters like this who have, a tremendous amount of power. All it takes is one. And, you don't want to get caught,
King with a nice shot to the body.
Nice
Corner
one, too.
called for it.
Yep.
Followed it up with a nice punch. King doing a nice job switching stances. Big kick there, followed by another kick from Johnson. King using those long arms, trying to establish that distance, but Johnson comes barreling in, and now King takes his opponent to the mat.
Still got a little bit of time to work. King trying to get past that. He does.
Yeah, nice use of the feet there with those hooks. Ends up in full mount. Still has 40 seconds here in round number 2 to do some work.
And this is a tough spot for Johnson to be in. I mean, he's still, 2 feet from the cage. So there's really
Not a lot
no
of
respite from this, yeah.
Posture up and tee off. Posture up.
And you hear the corner of King there tell him to posture up and tee off, and there he goes. He's postured up, and now he's teeing off. He's connecting. Referee keeping a close eye on it. Johnson doing everything he can to try to negate some of those punches, but King with 15 seconds to do some work here. Starting to land some big shots. Down to our final 10 seconds. Punches coming in.
They're making
And
their
Johnson,
way through. He's out.
That's
He's
it.
out.
King gets the finish in round number 2.
Jeez.
Final seconds of the round, and he starches his opponent.
As you can see on the camera right there, I have never seen a knockout as close to the commentator's table as we just saw right there. King landed a monster shot right on the button of Johnson, literally 1 foot from us.
And seconds left in the second round as well.
I'm trying to back up a little because I hate getting blood on my suit because I'm cheap and don't like to get dry cleaning bills. But wow, what a showcase of power from King. I mean, again, improves his record to 2-0, shows off that he's got dynamite in those hands.
And look at you leaning back there as King is unloading. I mean, he was landing some big shots, but not a ton of time to work. And this one is the one that just sneaks through right there. That one on the button followed by that one right there, and he is out. Referee steps in, but look at King's restraint. He knew that his opponent was out, didn't throw any more punches unnecessarily. Very calculated win by the almighty King, who gets himself a victory tonight after moving up, right?
Yes.
So he easily could be fighting at light heavyweight, but with that heavyweight power, boy, he did something with it.
But when we see guys who who don't cut weight, I think Rumble Johnson, making his way from welterweight to middleweight to light heavyweight, then we see him at heavyweight.
Yep.
And then that's where arguably he was the most exciting, has the most success. So love that, and I'm a fan of King. Even if I look like a scared scared moron, I'm like, oh God, there's punches right in front of me.
Justin Bernard with our official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 1 minute, 57 seconds into round number 2, referee Jimmy Guarino calls a stop to the fight for the winner by TKO, Dixian, the almighty King.
Dixian King gets the victory tonight, and they call it a TKO, but as we saw, inches from us, that was a knockout.
That was a knockout.
That was a clean knockout. So well done by King tonight in the heavyweight division. Great performance here at Tuff-N-Uff 137.
If you want to see the light and you want it done right, call Las Vegas Lighting at 702-990-0806. That's 702-990-0806. We're here to serve all major companies, hotels, and homes. We can light up your life. Las Vegas Lighting. Las Vegas Lighting.
Georgios Sources.
Georgios Doris making the walk right now at 135 pounds. This young man, excited to watch him compete inside of the Tuff-N-Uff cage for the very first time tonight, fighting in his hometown of Las Vegas, Nevada, where he trains, making his debut tonight, and he's got a very calm demeanor about him, which is what I like to see. But at 135 pounds, this fight should be fast. He says he sees himself as an MMA champion in 5 years from now. He got into mixed martial arts, but he still loves spending time outdoors. He said he's a big fan of nature. He spent many years hiking and kayaking all the way around the country, and his day job, especially in the Las Vegas desert, not an easy one. He's a landscape designer and architect. He owns and operates his own company, which is called New Leaf Landscape and Design, which I've seen all over town before. So
great work.
Successful businessman, and as you see, he's in phenomenal shape. I mean, not an ounce of fat on this guy.
I mean, it's a name that we, obviously with Extreme Couture being based here in Las Vegas, one of the leading gyms in the world of MMA, this is a name that we've been hearing around that gym for a while now. So the fact that he's stepping in to the Tuff-N-Uff cage for the first time, making his debut, it's an exciting moment.
Yeah, when you've got these guys over at Extreme Couture that, are just working so hard, very rarely do you see a fighter from Extreme Couture step into the cage, even if it is for a debut fight. and not be totally ready for it. They got great coaches over there that are guiding their fighters along the way.
Iron sharpens iron is their motto, and we're about to see some iron tonight inside the cage.
Mello Castillo.
Mello Castillo getting a nice pop from the crowd. Another hometown fighter. He is out of Syndicate MMA, which is another great gym here in Las Vegas.
I mean, it is it's the Montagues and the Capulets, if you're a fan of Romeo and Juliet. You know, I mean, we have seen so many fights between Extreme Couture and the Syndicate for years now here at Tuff-N-Uff, and we think the thing that we know about that, they're always going to be exciting, especially two fighters both making their debut, both with a lot of hype behind them.
Yeah, and you see the legendary coaches there, and Danny Garcia and John Wood making the walk with their young fighter. Syndicate MMA, another one of those gyms that time after time is turning out incredible prospects. He is aspiring to be in the UFC in the next 5 years. He works at UNLV right here in Las Vegas as a desk assistant, and the only thing that really terrifies him in life is flying cockroaches, and I get that.
I'm with you.
Most exciting life experience so far is what he is about to do, stepping into the cage as he makes his debut.
Can you imagine, you know, stepping into the cage here in Las Vegas, the fight capital of the world, at the theater inside of the Virgin Hotel, you know, at 21 years old?
Yeah, and I mean, as far as like MMA royalty, he grew up in the same town as BJ Penn. He said he remember watching him as a kid, and they'd have watch parties for all of his fights, and he paved the way for so many fighters.
Everybody from Hilo knows how to fight.
Yes.
Like, it's a beautiful, I mean, I've had the chance to visit Hilo, and it's just absolutely beautiful, but everybody there is tough.
Taking a look at our tail of the tape, brought to us by Prairie Fire. 2-inch reach advantage for Giorgio, and we are set to go here at Tuff-N-Uff 137.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds in the Tuff-N-Uff Bantamweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. He's a mixed martial artist making his amateur debut tonight. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 134 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Giorgio Sortes. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He's a mixed martial artist making his amateur debut tonight as well. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in officially at 135 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Melroy Castillo. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Matthew Beamick.
Sortes is wearing the blue trunks. Castillo is wearing the black trunks. Cage doors are closed. The bantamweight set to go here at Tuff-N-Uff 137. Both fighters are ready. We are underway. 3 2-minute rounds, our format. And kick early on, almost caught there by Sortes. Both fighters, as we expected, very fast. Throwing heavy punches, though. Nice job by Castillo. Good head movement, landed some punches early on.
Nice knee there by Sortes.
Castillo trying to throw his opponent. Sortes doing a nice job right now staying on his feet.
Yeah, Castillo looking to explode right there. Sortes identified that. But, man, these guys, I mean, watching just, I mean, impeccable athletes.
Such phenomenal shape. Now, Sortes looks like he is going for the takedown. Lands a nice little punch there. Castillo absorbs that one and turns his opponent back up against the cage. Coming up on the 1-minute mark here of the first round as both these fighters in their debut. Jockeying for position right now.
Oh, great trip there by Castillo.
Yeah, nice inside trip, and Sortes goes down to the mat. Let's see if Castillo's able to do anything with this. Not a ton of time to work here. 40 seconds left in round number 1.
But a great position for him to be in.
Elevating those hips.
Yeah, Sortes doing a good job of trying to identify that, but Castillo is relentless in trying to pass.
Yeah, that butterfly guard keeping him at bay right now. Nice job by Sortes. Down to our final 10 seconds here in round number 1. Castillo wants to make a statement to close out the first round. He's throwing some big punches. Sortes doing a nice job of tying him up, though, throwing some punches from the bottom, and that is the end of round number 1.
Nice show of sportsmanship right there. Referee stopped in to make sure that last punch did not land. Exciting first round.
We'll take a break. Come right back with round number 2.
Diners, the Nevada Style Pub invites you to play the best tavern, keno, and video poker in Vegas. Promos are how we roll, so make the most of your gaming dollars here with us. Come play our premier gaming promotion. You're the best around and receive daily free play and bonuses with a chance to win awesome branded prizes and big money for all your jackpots each week. It's not only great gaming that Steiner's Pub has, it's a 24 awesome rotating draft beers and Vegas' best appetizers to match. If that isn't enough, we are the place for sports viewing. So join us in morning in Las Vegas Aviators, Golden Knights, Lights, Aces, and the Raiders as we make history in Vegas. Steiner's, the Nevada Style Pub at 8410 West Cheyenne, 1750 North Buffalo, and Las Vegas Boulevard and Windmill. Diners, I love this place.
Whistle has sounded. The coaches have given their instructions, and here we go on to round number 2. You know, excellent first round from Castillo. I thought that Sortes was in it as well. I mean, very well matched fight between these two, but unofficially on our scorecards, at least, I have Castillo. How about you?
Yeah, I think with the cage control and then just controlling on the mat there at the end, Castillo edged it out.
And Sortes comes out with a flurry, but Castillo does a nice job of avoiding that. Now Castillo looks for another trip. Sortes just pushes him up against the cage this time.
You know, it's kind of crazy that we see two fighters who are in the shape that both of these guys are and have the pedigree that they have. Of course, 16 years in age difference.
Right.
It's crazy to think about that.
I mean, at 16 years difference, like he could be his dad.
Literally, yeah. Never fought my dad like this.
Nope, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Castillo jockeying here for control in the cage. Sortes doing a nice job of avoiding it so far, but you see the referee giving a clap of the hand saying, let's go. Well, just over a minute to work.
And I know the referee is saying that, but I mean, and it doesn't look like there's a ton of action going on, but the kind of the energy that these two fighters are expelling right here to kind of nullify each other is immense.
Nice job by Castillo, though. He ends up dragging his opponent down to the mat, and even though that wasn't the most dramatic takedown that we've ever seen, very effective. So he's got his opponent, you know, wrapped up right now, and Sortes trying to do something here. He's trying to escape, but you know, half guard for Castillo currently, and he's doing a nice job of those hips, posturing up here, able to land a couple of punches.
You know, when you're fighting a really tough opponent like Sortes, you know, if you're Castillo, you know, like to win, it doesn't have to be flashy. You know, right. I mean, especially when you're fighting a guy who's as good as both of these guys are, most of the time it can't be flashy. So you think about like John Fitch back in the day, you know, it's like none of those wins were flashy, but he got them.
Yeah, and Castillo, I mean, he seems comfortable no matter where this fight goes, you know, whether they're standing or on the ground. But, you know, Castillo so far has done a great job of using the time that he has on the ground to do this right here where he's throwing some punches. Final seconds here of round number 2.
Yeah, you know, getting Sortes up against the cage and landing these shots, you know, where there's a little bit of blood coming out of the left nostril of Sortes, you know. So I think, you know, more action we saw from Castillo that round. Another really good round that I think he edged out again. So I have him 2-0 going into this third.
And you see right here, I mean, this is a really nice job with the hip toss here. And Castillo just didn't give up on it. And that's the reason why he's able to complete that takedown eventually, because even though most opponents would be down right there, he fought through it. We'll be right back.
Nacho Daddy, a Vegas original. 3 Las Vegas area locations. Ice cold beer, voted the best of Las Vegas margaritas. Nachos prepared to perfection. A great atmosphere for everyone. We're located in downtown Las Vegas, Summerlin, and on the Strip in Miracle Mile.
Nice pop from the crowd for both of these fighters. Fun one so far, third and final round. In my opinion, Sortes needs to get the finish here. Let's see if he's able to keep some distance. Throwing a high kick there to start round number 3. Just misses. Castillo with a kick of his own.
A little histrionics there from Sortes.
Yep.
Like that. But Castillo seizes that opportunity, looking for that takedown, gets it.
And Castillo's just so sticky.
I mean, it is I mean, I can't believe we're watching two guys who are both making their debut tonight.
They look so well-rounded, and both these guys doing a great job with the time that they have inside of the cage, which is just not a lot. And we're down to our final 80 seconds here in the third and final round, and Castillo has really figured out a way to make this fight all about these moments right here.
Yeah.
He gets his opponent down, he manages to maintain control, and then he throws some punches. He's scoring points.
And this is a bad position for Suarez, being his head up against the cage, you know, Castillo on him, and as you said, being real sticky. And we've seen that, you know, he's able to land some of these shots, even though if they're not, you know, constant, he's landing important shots, and he's getting the most damage done in each round, which is why we have him up 2-0 so far through these through the first two rounds.
Able to create enough space there for a nice left hand and another one right to the chin.
Yeah, Suarez getting his head away from the cage, probably a good thing. But Castillo just has no plans of letting up or letting Suarez up at all.
Down to our final 30 seconds, and Castillo once again postures up and throws some leather. Some of those punches doing a nice job of landing. I mean, Suarez very much in this. He's trying to hold his opponent's head down, but man, Castillo relentless. Final 10 seconds of the fight.
We hear John Wood just yelling to Castillo to just keep punching. Just keep punching. Just keep punching.
Final seconds tick off the clock. Melo Castillo helps his opponent back to his feet. Nice show of sportsmanship between those two, and that'll do it. Well done by Melo Castillo. Comes out in his debut performance. Both these fighters, tough as nails, man, but at least on the unofficial scorecards that we have that we're making, Melo Castillo very much controlled the action in that fight.
Yeah, and I love seeing just the sportsmanship between Extreme Couture and Syndicate. You know, I mean, again, two of the best training facilities in the entire world, and you know, seeing their fighters go at it like that for 3 rounds, very exciting. And you know, that's what mixed martial arts is about. You know, it's about the community that you foster, the fact that they're both here in Las Vegas, they live here, they work here, they fight here, and there's just something so special about that aspect of martial arts.
Yeah, and I mean, they're two superpowers when it comes to training mixed martial artists. I mean, time after time we've seen champion after champion come out of these gyms, and these guys do a great job, like you said, maintaining that respect, turning out great products, and some of the brightest prospects in all of mixed martial arts inside of the Tuff-N-Uff cage, thanks to all of that hard work that these guys do. Justin Bernard has our official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges score the contest 30-27 for the winner by unanimous decision, Melroy Castillo.
Syndicate MMA gets themselves a victory tonight. Melo Castillo, all 3 rounds going his way on the official judges' scorecards. Congratulations to him. No longer a fighter that hasn't made his debut, and his debut an impressive one tonight here in Las Vegas, his hometown now, as he trains with those bad dudes. Gets himself a big victory at 135 as Tuff-N-Uff 137 rolls on.
McElroy.
Robert McElroy fighting out of Florida, looking to get his first victory tonight at 160 pounds. Another fight in the catchweight division. Standing 6 foot tall. He's an exciting fighter that we have seen before. He's an operator by day. He said in 5 years from now he wants to be a professional fighter and a happy father. Can certainly respect that. Most exciting experience in his life so far is he just says getting to experience things like this and understand that dreams are attainable if you work hard enough. Love that attitude, right? Like never taking the present moment for granted. You know, coming out tonight, even though he doesn't have any victories yet, he said these are big moments for him, you know, and that's what the amateur ranks are all about, Mahoney. Like, you can come out here and sort of learn your way around the cage. You can figure things out in real time against different opponents, and it doesn't have to be a perfect amateur record.
And it doesn't matter, too, like, you know, there's no perfect way to go about it either, Dave. Some fighters, like, start training, start working out at the gym, get into the fight game, and they take their first amateur fight 3 weeks after they start training.
Right.
You know, some guys take 3 years, 5 years, you know, that's what the amateur ranks are about, you know, it lets you find your own way. You know, he's looking for a home gym right now. The fact that he's traveled from Florida to Las Vegas for this fight, to fight, you know, in the premier amateur mixed martial arts organization in the world. Knows there's a lot of big eyes. You know, I tip my cap to anybody who's willing to put in that kind of work just to get here to fight tonight.
Said he started mixed martial arts a couple of years ago. He dealt with some hardships as a child, but he found love for martial arts and the respect that it gives you. And we've heard so many stories like that over the years. Welcome to the Tuff-N-Uff cage, Robert McElroy.
Donnie Baker.
Donnie B making the walk right now, fighting out of Las Vegas. And as the crowd starts to fill in here at Tuff-N-Uff 137, you hear that he has brought some fans with him for a hometown fight. Now, he will have a size disadvantage. He is 6 inches shorter than his opponent, but that is a look of confidence, and for good reason. He had one fight at the amateur ranks, went his way, he got a victory.
Yeah, he fought back here in March in Tuff-N-Uff, and the fact that you know, he was able to sleep in his bed last night, he's going to be able to sleep in his bed tonight too. You know, that there's an advantage having your hometown crowd and being able to like sleep in your own bed the night before a fight.
So as a kid, growing up with his grandfather, he would put me and my cousins in gloves and make us box. Hell yeah, Grandpa. He fought in Madison Square Garden, though, as a pro, so like he grew up around the sport of boxing and mixed martial arts. He said his boxing name was Battling Joe Barry. He said he'd make us go round after round boxing. And my older cousin, Larry Johnson, he was a national champion as well, he said. He would take us to his college practices as a kid, tell the older kids not to go easy on me. So I grew up around mixed martial arts. So this is a young man, even though he's still very young in his career.
It's in his blood, man.
It is.
The fact that your grandfather fought in Madison Square,
I know.
But the fact that you're fighting here in the fight capital world of Las Vegas tonight, and I will say this, Dave, another fighter tonight walking out to Kendrick. You know, a guy who's choosing violence once again, and so far we've seen the fighters who have walked out to a Kendrick Lamar song going 1-0.
And you heard the cheering early on. I mean, this is a young man that said he feels very blessed tonight to have his grandmother and his mother and his brother that are all going to be cage side with him. So they've been talking about this for years, and to be fighting at the top amateur promotion in mixed martial arts is huge. He said, my grandmother and my mother are proud that I'm carrying on my grandfather's legacy. It doesn't get much more powerful than that.
I mean,
right?
Is there anything that can motivate you more? I mean, like a family legacy like that, saying that, having them here, them watching this in this cage here at Tuff-N-Uff. I mean, that's powerful, Dave. This is going to be a good fight tonight, I know it.
And he said that his grandmother tells him all the time that I remind her of my grandfather. You know, that's big shoes to fill when you got a grandpa, like you said, Mahoney, that's fought at Madison Square Garden. But you see final moments here with his corner as he talks to his team and gets ready to step into the cage. And you see that intensity, too. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Punch me around a little bit. It's been happening to me since I was a kid. I'm ready for it.
Yeah, we know those guys over at Freestyle MMA, where he's training out of Intense, have put out some good fighters here at Tuff-N-Uff over the years as well.
He said that he knows his opponent is going to swing wild. He's ready for that. He also said he knows that he can't get caught with his guillotine either, something that his opponent loves. Said he loves to throw that in when he gets taken down, but tonight this should be a fun one.
You know, I love fights where you see like a pretty big disparity in height. You know, it just reminds me of the old days of UFC, the old school MMA.
It's
when
a
you're
chess
talking
match.
like a 6-inch difference.
Urbanized Botanicals bringing us our tale of the tape. Like we said, the reach advantage is significant, 8 inches for McElroy. Here we go with our official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds and a Tuff-N-Uff catchweight bout at 160 pounds. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. He's a mixed martial artist with an amateur record, 0 wins, 4 losses. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 153 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Interlaken, Florida, Robert Litgrim McElroy. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He's a striker with an amateur record, 1 win, 0 losses. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 159 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Donnie B. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Jimmy Guarino.
Not just grandma that Donnie B has brought in tow with him tonight. Nice cheering contingent for him, but McElroy looks ready to go. Blue tape for McElroy, red tape for Baker. Here we go. Let's see if McElroy can use that reach advantage. You don't normally see an 8-inch reach advantage for a fighter. Oh, nice shot there from McElroy. Baker doing a nice job of staying low, though. Let's see if he goes for that takedown early on.
Baker just here trying to get that distance close, but McElroy does a good job of reversing and landing those knees. Baker does a good job getting this fight back to the center. Can he get a break here?
Looking for that trip, looking for the leg grab there for the single. But McElroy able to avoid both.
But McElroy, I mean, just the limb difference is, you know, Baker has to make up a lot of distance in this fight. Even here in the clinch, you know, I mean, you
see McElroy throwing those knees from distance.
Yeah, fighting from a distance, even though they're clinched.
Yeah,
you don't see that often. And he's doing a pretty good job landing those knees. I mean, these are pretty effective.
Yeah, the most significant strikes that we've seen so far. 35 seconds left in round number 1. Another knee to the body from McElroy. McElroy trying to sneak that uppercut in there as well. Final 10 seconds of round number 1. A battle of the clinch so far. Another nice knee from McElroy. And round number 1 comes to a close. That one's close, but I mean, I think McElroy actually edged that one out. You know, yeah, I mean, the knees were the most significant thing in that fight. I mean, looking at some of the action here, like you said, fighting from distance with the knees because he's got such a height and reach advantage.
I think he landed like, you know, probably. I mean, he threw probably about a dozen of those knees and landed probably like 7 or 8 of them.
Yeah.
You know, pretty effectively. For me, that is definitely a round for McElroy.
We'll come right back with round number 2.
We fight the battles no one hears about. We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others. Join the fight.
Round round number 2 here at Tuff-N-Uff 137, live from Las Vegas. Dave Farah and Jason Mahoney on the call tonight, and 2 more minutes on the clock for these amateurs to scrap it up. Melroy did a nice job with his knees in round number 1. Let's see what Donnie B's answer is here in round number 2.
Yeah, we're going to need to see Baker close that distance, but not get so close that he gets caught up in that clinch of Melroy's, because Melroy really did a good job in that first round with that clinch.
And Baker looking for that takedown, and he finally gets it. Said he had to watch for that guillotine, but he passes that. Now he's swarming. He's on top. He's throwing big punches. Melroy scrambling, trying to figure something out. 90 seconds, and it's a full mount here for Donnie B. Does a nice job of flattening him out. He's got plenty of time to work here from top position.
He figured out how to close that distance and real fast, and this is a good position to be in with a lot of time left in this round to work.
Yeah, and he's using the hooks on those feet, making sure his opponent can't escape this. And now he's postured up and he's raining down some punches. Referee watching closely, telling Melroy he's got to fight back. Donnie B using those famous hands. Grandfather, the champion boxer, and still throwing that leather down. Referee, I think, could be close to stopping this one. Melroy absorbing a lot of damage right now. He's still sort of defending himself, but this one is close. Could it be a TKO victory for Donnie Baker? And that is the end, ladies and gentlemen. Round 2, and down goes Melroy. Donovan Baker with a victory tonight. We talked about the legacy of his hands and how his grandmother is here tonight. Wanted him to carry on that legacy of his grandfather. Well, he gets a very impressive win in the second round. Just had to adjust after the first round. Had a very distinct game plan in that second round. Take us through this, Mahoney.
You know, look for that Superman punch right there, transition to that single leg takedown, and then just transitions into full mount, and just lets those hands explode upon Melroy. I mean, I can't imagine the feeling that's going through Donnie Baker's, head right now, being here in front of his friends, his family, knowing what his grandmother told him before this fight. Man, it's just got to be such a proud moment for his family, all of his friends, and him, continuing his undefeated streak here in Tuff-N-Uff.
And you see, he said he's going to have family in his corner tonight. His team has walked into the cage. What an exciting moment for that young man. To get the finish like that, too, is just so important, right? It's not like he eked out a victory. You know, he talked about his hands and how he grew up around this, how he's been waiting for a moment like this. This is a big one.
You know, fighting a fighter's got 6 inches on you, and, coming back after that first round did not go his way. Just shows the perseverance of Donnie Baker.
Justin Bernard has our official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 1 minute, 15 seconds into round number 2, referee Jimmy Garino calls a stop to the fight for the winner by TKO, Donnie B. Baker.
Congratulations to Donnie B. TKO stoppage, now 2-0, still undefeated as an amateur fighter. Great finish here at Tuff-N-Uff 137. We are coming back with more from Las Vegas, from the Virgin.
Ladies and gentlemen, this evening we are honored to have Olivia and Lisa selling raffle tickets to benefit the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department Foundation, the nonprofit organization supporting our police department. They're offering a 50-50 raffle tickets with proceeds going towards vital community engagement initiatives by Metro. This year, the police department aims to provide 1,000 backpacks filled with school supplies and distribute Thanksgiving meals to those in need. Your support helps build trust and make our city a safer place for everyone. Get your raffle tickets now for a gift basket and a grand prize. We're going to pull the tickets at 9 p.m., so stick around to see if you are the winner. Thank you so much from the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. Datrion King.
Patreon King. Calls himself CMOS. 179 pounds. Making the walk tonight, fighting at middleweight. Looking for his first win inside of the amateur ranks and playing to the camera. I love it. Said he got into mixed martial arts, but he sees himself potentially as a Muay Thai champion in 5 years from now internationally. So other than mixed martial arts, I study herbal remedies of sea moss, hence the nickname, and other natural medicines. Said he likes to travel to Africa and Amsterdam and Atlanta to get more herbs and learn about natural remedies that sustain the human body off of Mother Nature. Construction worker, does utility work, excavation for part-time, full-time entrepreneur as well, traveling salesman. Does not like sitting still, as you would expect. He's always on the road, he's always training, getting ready for big moments like this. Favorite MMA fight was John Jones and Alexander Gustafsson, but he doesn't love sitting still, so like I said, he wants to be on the road constantly, traveling and fighting and learning new stuff and helping out where he can. So excited to see this young man compete tonight. He said, go ahead, Mo.
I was going to say, it's interesting that he said that Jones-Gustafsson fight is his favorite. You know, being 6'2" with a 71-inch reach advantage, you know, he had the body type of both of those fighters, you know.
And putting that frame to use, you know, it's interesting to see, you know, the next generation of fighters looking up to guys like that saying, hey, you know, you don't have to be like a short little bulldozer in order to compete in mixed martial arts like a lot of people thought with that wrestling pedigree when we first saw it come into the MMA space. You can be tall, you can be lanky, if you know how to use that frame, it's dangerous.
And especially if you got that Muay Thai background.
Bryce Cook.
Bryce Cook, a big guy as well, 6'3", naturally walks around at about 185 pounds. We've seen him compete in Tuff-N-Uff before. He's got $1 million smile and he's got hands to back it up, Mahoney.
Yeah, another fighter coming to us out of freestyle MMA, Dave, and again, another really solid gym here in Las Vegas. You know, they've shown a lot of fighters here in Tuff-N-Uff over the years, and Bryce Cook has a lot of weapons, and I just love the matchmaking that happens inside of Tuff-N-Uff and the fighters that we get to see face each other inside this cage. These two guys on paper match up so well, and I just got to give him a chef kiss because I know this is going to be a good one.
Said he upped his cardio for this one. He added some heavy weights, long sessions with his teammates in the gym, going hard to get better. But he said that he got into mixed martial arts 6 years ago. You know, he competed in team sports and then decided to try his hand in MMA, had some success in the start, and never looked back. And I love that. You know, it's real easy to be a part of a team, and then if things don't go your way, you can blame others. In mixed martial arts, it's just you inside of the cage.
And I'm jealous of that fade, man. That is some of the best. That is one of the best haircuts I've seen in MMA in a hot minute. You know, coming in looking good, so you look good in the cage. Always appreciate that.
Said he's a huge cat person. He's got 3 cats. Treats them like they're his babies.
Love that as well.
Yeah. And he mentioned that, but he also said that the most exciting moment in his life was the birth of his kids.
Okay.
But he really wanted to point out, I also have 3 cats, and I love them very much. Here for it, man.
You know, that's the thing. You know, it's like MMA. It's how we've seen the sport evolve. You know, not one discipline anymore. A little bit of everything. It's it for Bryce Cook.
Taking a look here at our tail of the tape, you see the King is going to have a 2-inch reach advantage. Tail of the tape brought to us by Big Chief. We are set to go with Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds and is a Tuff-N-Uff catchweight bout at 180 pounds. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. He's a mixed martial artist with an amateur record, 0 wins, 1 loss. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 179 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Tuff-N-Uff King. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He's a kickboxer with an amateur record, 3 wins, 3 losses. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in officially at 179 1/2 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Bryce Cook. And when the action begins. Your referee in charge, Matthew Beeman.
King is wearing the white trunks. Cook is wearing the black trunks. Cage door is closed. It is Tuff-N-Uff 137 coming to you live from Las Vegas. Both fighters have that long, lean frame. Touch of the gloves, and we are underway. Fast action here in round number 1.
And Cook gets a hold of that.
Oh, Cook with a nice left hand that landed.
Yeah, just seeing some real strong punches from Cook right there. King a little unorthodox.
Cook, strong punches. If you can set those up, those could be real dangerous.
Landed some big leg kicks early on as well. King checked that one. Oh, King has lost his mouthpiece. Oh, ref saw it, identified it. Don't want anybody having a lot of dental work after this fight, if possible. Good call by the ref right there.
I like what Cook does there. Like he'll come in and he'll just like lead with his head. He'll cover up and he'll just bulldoze forward. Gets his opponent up against the cage.
He is showcasing just how strong he is.
I think that one hurt the cage. He's swinging hard.
King smiling.
Heard that body shot, so did the crowd.
King accidentally raked the face there of Cook, but apologized, was not intentional.
Cook on the break with a couple of punches there. Let's see if he's able to do something with his opponent up against cage. Instead, they'll meet in the center. Cook does not seem too threatened by King's punches as of right now.
No, King did land a left there.
Final 10 seconds here of round number 1. Cook with a couple of nice shots to close out the first round. Good first frame for Cook.
Another short little left from King there at the end, but I think that round was all Cook. I mean, just the explosion that we saw from him looked real impressive in this first round.
Coming back with round number 2.
Put a frog in a pot of boiling water and it'll jump right out. But put a frog in a pot of cool water and slowly heat it up, and that frog will boil. As veterans, we can tell ourselves the lie that it's easier to stay in that boiling water, to disconnect. But you've never been interested in easy. You are not a frog.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Tuff-N-Uff 137 live from Las Vegas. We got ourselves a fun fight here. Datrion King, Bryce Cook. Unofficially on our scorecards, Cook won round number 1. Far more precise with the punches in that first round. Let's see how things shake out here in round number 2. 2 more minutes on the clock. Good kicks there. Cook doing a nice job. Goes low, goes high with the same leg. King now throwing some punches, trying to chase his opponent down. Cook's had enough of that, decides to push his opponent up against the cage.
If yet to see this fight take place on the mat, will Cook take King down? Looking for it. Oh.
King just manages to kind of sit down there after Cook was looking for it.
Yeah, just take a little rest.
Why not?
Yeah.
80 seconds in round number 2. Let's see what Cook is able to do from this position. Always a little tricky when your opponent is sitting up against the cage. Yeah. Now he finds some space. Now he's throwing some big punches. Some of those are landing. Those are big shots, and that is the end. Bryce Cook gets the TKO victory in round number 2.
Impressive showing.
Yeah, you see Cook. The adrenaline is flowing as he walks around the cage, taking a victory lap. Nicely done. Almost no damage taken by Cook. And looking at it here, I mean, the kicks, he did a good job of throwing these kicks. And this is the one where he went the same leg. He goes low, he goes high after that. And then once he gets him on the ground and finds some space, just overwhelming shots. And you see referee just hovering over that action. Waves it off in round number 2, and Bryce Cook with a very impressive TKO victory here at Tuff-N-Uff 137. King seemed down for whatever it may be, but Cook just too much very precise strikes, gets the victory tonight. Here is Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 55 seconds into round number 2, referee Matthew Beamick calls a stop to the fight for the winner by TKO, Bryce Cook.
Fun fight there with a TKO stoppage. Now 4-3 for Bryce Cook. He talked about wanting to be an individual and have to stand by the results. No more team sports for him. And boy, did he show out tonight. Great performance from him at Tuff-N-Uff 137. We're coming back with more.
Outside the octagon, there's only one place worthy of watching UFC. Come to Twin Peaks for Fight Night. With over 100 lodges nationwide, we're the #1 sports bar to watch your favorite fighters face off. Ready for another round after the final tap out? Twin Peaks is open late. Bring the boys and ask your Twin Peaks girl about our signature 29-degree drafts, lengthy list of party shots for only $3.99, and a scratch menu that goes toe-to-toe with any kitchen. Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Is making the walk right now at 145 pounds. Expect some good striking from this young man. Said he loves Conor McGregor because he was the double champ. He knows that his opponent is a wrestler, so it's kind of the classic striker versus the wrestler. He is a full-time fighter, does not like deadlines. Well, not saying it's a deadline here, brother, but this is your moment to step up. Got into mixed martial arts a couple of years ago, so he's been doing a lot of sparring, getting ready for this one. Looks up to his dad as his hero and fully sees himself as a UFC fighter in 5 years' time.
You know, and so far in this fight, Dave, or, you know, so far in this, you know, at Tuff-N-Uff 137, you know, we've seen a couple fighters from freestyle MMA where he trains out of. They're undefeated on the night so far, so big showing. So, you know, it's when you see your guys winning before you earlier in the night, it does put a little bit extra pressure on a fighter when they're stepping into the cage.
If you're trying to place that flag as he's making the walk in, he is from Romania. And I love the guys that are from Romania or wherever it may be that decide that they are going to travel the world and make fighting their future and potentially fortune. Traveling all the way to Las Vegas and making that your home because some of the best training camps in the world are here, as we've talked about many times before. It's a real dedication and love for the craft that you're seeing on display.
There is no more universal language than the language of fighting. And
everyone understands that.
Yes, we do, and it's awesome to see pockets from all these different countries pop up and being represented here at Tuff-N-Uff over the years.
Magdi Amate.
Magdi Amate coming bouncing out right now, and he has also got a look of determination. Doesn't he just look like a wrestler? He just looks like a wrestler.
Yeah, I mean, there's a look,
yeah,
and he's got it.
Yep.
You know, the pro tip, you know, it's like back in the day, you know, before mixed martial arts was super popular. You know, we didn't really know much about cauliflower ear, but if you see a guy with cauliflower ear anywhere, stay away from him.
Yep.
Just they know some things you don't.
car mechanic by day, wants to be a full-time fighter, looks up to some of the best in the business, and also his father. Doesn't know a whole lot about his opponent, but he says he's been training every single day, 2 times a day, to get ready for this one. And when you talk about that dedication, you know, you got the full-time gig, you're working on cars, but then you're also finding the time to train a couple of times a day with the guys over at Syndicate MMA. Once again, you see John Wood there giving him some final instructions before he steps into the cage. Wants to be in the big arena in 5 years' time, and you know, these are the stepping blocks that you need to walk across in order to get there. He is so far undefeated at 1-0, but still very early on in his career. Can he keep things perfect tonight with another victory? Final moments with his team before he steps over and gets the Vaseline on his face and has a huge moment tonight in Las Vegas.
The bright lights, the television, the fans.
And you see the room is very nicely filling up here in Las Vegas as well. I believe it is a sold-out crowd tonight for Tuff-N-Uff 137. And anytime you've got these amateurs putting on a show like this, not a huge surprise that the fans show up to support. Amate up the stairs, into the cage, and we are set to go. Taking a look here at our tail of the tape, brought to us by Twin Peaks. 145-pound fighters are set to go, and Justin Bernard is going to bring us in.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for three-minute rounds in the Tuff-N-Uff featherweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. He's a striker with an amateur record, 1 win, 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 144 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Panta. And now, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He's a striker and a wrestler with an amateur record, 1 win, 0 losses. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Amate. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Jimmy Guarino.
Panta has got the blue tape on his gloves. Amate has got the red tape. The cage door is closed. Tuff-N-Uff 137, live from Las Vegas. 3 2-minute rounds, our format for this one as well, and we are underway. Both fighters exchanging some leg kicks. Amate, I imagine, looking for that takedown opportunity. Strong punches there. He shoots in, looking for the double.
You know, we saw him sliding across as he was being introduced and just showing off his speed.
Yep. Panta does a nice job of escaping there. Back to the center of the cage. Ooh, Amate with the head kick.
This is wild.
Swarming right now. Right back to that takedown attempt. Sets his opponent right down onto the mat using that wrestling base. Panta doing a nice job of tying him up.
I mean, this is where Amate wants to be, though. I mean, just showing off speed, power, you know, his takedown ability. It's been very impressive so far in this first round.
And Amate now trying to take that back. He's got a hold of him. Let's see if he's able to do anything with it. Both fighters throwing kicks on the break.
Yeah, that was a good break there from Panta.
You see Amate just kind of loading up that right hand, but switching stances now.
And Panta not looking any worse from wear after that first exchange. Nice left hook.
Amate with a good combination there. Love to see that.
Yeah, I like that he's just not throwing, you know, one punch when he's pushing in. You know, it's 2 and 3. Ooh.
Panta with a big body kick. Like that, Panta is not afraid to throw those kicks too, even though obviously his opponent has got a great wrestling pedigree. Able to take him down. Amachov, just roundhouse kick.
Showing a nice rounded arsenal from Amachov.
Yeah, it's not just the wrestling, right? You're exactly right. He's got great hands, great kicks, good takedown ability. But Panta wants to keep this one seemingly right in the center of the cage, which is where he's got it right now.
And fight at distance. He's doing a good job, you know, since he got back up of keeping Amachov away and not taking a lot of damage. Ooh, big right.
Final 10 seconds here of round number 1. And nice little exclamation point for Panta there at the end of the first round.
Yeah, that rocked him.
We'll be right back with round number 2. And taking a look at some of the action here from our first round. Good kicks all the way around, but Amachov showing off his ability there to get those kicks high. And Panta, little showcase of the hands there at the end of the round as well as his kicks.
Yeah, that one just grazed the button there of Amachov. Good first round for both these fighters.
Back underway here with round number 2. 3 minutes to do some work. And Amachov doing a nice job landing a right hand as he comes in.
Wow.
Fast combinations, man.
And switches it up to the kicks real quick. I'm really impressed with how Amachov just attacks each and every time when he pushes in. You know, closing that distance incredibly fast. Got a hold of that foot, trying to get him down.
Oh, Panta with a kick.
Wow.
Oh, and Amachov is rocked right now. Let's see if Panta can do anything with it. He's kind of letting him off the hook right now.
Man, I want to see that replay because was Amachov down when that kick landed?
It was close.
I mean, he was trying to stand up, so we know it wasn't intentional, but wow. But the fact that Amachov is starting to recover, you know, and has landed on top, this is fortuitous for him.
Yeah, and Panta had an opportunity there because even when Amachov stood back up, he was rocked. He bounced off the cage.
Referee Jimmy Garino was real close to stopping that.
I mean, great testament to his cardio, though, to be able to recover that quickly.
Yes.
That is unbelievable that Amachov is able to get the takedown and end up in this position after getting rocked like that. I mean, a kick to the head.
But that kick was a laser.
Wow.
I mean, impressive. And, you know, again, even though that we're seeing Panta on his back again, not taking a ton of damage while he is on the ground. But, I mean, again, you got to imagine that Amachov's still probably clearing some of those cobwebs out.
I would imagine so. And, I mean, good for him for finding himself in a position where he's able to control the action here so he's got some time to recover because, I mean, that kick took place early on here in round number 2 and could have been deep waters for him, but he's figured a way through it. Now, let's see if he can mount some offense. 70 seconds left here in round number 2.
Interesting. Did see Panta look up at Jimmy Garino and looking maybe for a stand-up, but, you know, Amachov is, I think he's working enough to keep this from getting stood up.
Yeah, he's throwing punches. Now he's got the back.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. And Amachov has got those hooks in. Still 50 seconds here in the second round, and Panta throwing those little rabbit punches that aren't going to do a lot of damage, but certainly will annoy his opponent. Let's see if that helps him. Yes, he reverses it, gets out of it. And Amachov, just misses. Panta with another head kick.
Those kicks from Panta, as we saw, deadly.
Body shot, that one's caught. Amachov loses it, though. And he catches him with the teep coming in. Now Amachov dragging Panta back down to the mat.
Jimmy Garino telling Panta not to grab the cage.
15 seconds left here in the second round. Amachov once again securing the back down to our final 10 seconds.
Nice knees to the body as Panta continues to stand up.
That is the end of round number 2. Amachov swimming in some deep water there in that second round with those kicks from Panta. Taking a look at it here. Amachov dragging his opponent to the ground, and that's the head kick right there. Not even close to being on the ground.
Not even close. Just, wow.
Yeah, just a shin right to the chin.
And he didn't have a whole lot of room to, like, get that off either. That's boom. What a great
really
kick.
Impressive.
That's a tough round to score. I mean,
I think Panta won that round. I mean, did a good job of recovering.
That damage, though, I mean, it was close to being finished.
We'll be right back with our third and final round.
When you get stopped by a police officer for any given reason, do you know your rights? Call my office or visit my website and find out how you can be legally protected.
Ogata Law, DUI and criminal law. You gotta get Ogata.
Know your rights.
Gotta get Ogata.
Unofficial scorecard here, I have it 1-1. I think Panta took that second round. I think Amachov took round number 1. 3 minutes to do some work here, and Amachov once again with these swarming punches.
Yeah, I think either of these fighters' corners are telling them you got to get a finish in this third round. And I think both these fighters definitely looking for it. It's been an exciting couple of rounds so far, man. I mean, really well-matched guys, 2 different styles. This is what MMA is about.
Yeah, almost no downtime. I mean, these guys are both constantly trying to advance position. Both these guys obviously have power, great striking. Oh, and Panta tried to time that as Amachov was coming in. A little headbutt there.
Yeah, you can see a little bit of a hematoma on the top of Panta's head. Oh, yeah, that thing's starting to swell.
Instantly gets red.
Yeah.
He's rubbing it. And
obviously unintentional. I mean, when you see somebody like Amachov who just rushes in like a bull, throwing punches in bunches. Sometimes these things happen, especially when there's a little bit of a height disparity as well, but unintentional. Jim Garina's over there going to tell him, like, hey, just watch it. No, it's not intentional, but
yeah, I mean, the action's moving so fast, it's really hard to.
And we would hate to see a fight ended because of a cut from a head, unintentional clash of the heads.
Yeah,
and even that,
it's kind of glancing, but yeah, both fighters fine. Back to the center of the cage again. Third and final round. Just 2 minutes left to do some work here. Could be anyone's fight at this point. And Amachov now throws his own head kick. Panta again trying to time it as Amachov is shooting in, looking for that takedown.
Yeah, Amachov just holding on to that leg hard, looking to maybe drag and get him to the ground again.
Down to our final 90 seconds of this fight. Again, great matchmaking, as you pointed out, Mahoney. These two battling it out here in the final 90 seconds, and some knees to the body, knees to the back, and now Amachov looking to get those hooks in, potentially take the back here. Panta doing a nice job of fighting that off, though.
Yeah, I mean, Amachov is just
relentless.
Yeah, that is not somebody you want holding on to you, and he does not like to let go. I mean, we're seeing good defense from Panta, but I mean, just the sheer bulldogness from Amachov is impressive.
See if he can get that second one in, or if he even wants to.
Yeah, threatening the arm around the neck, soften him up with some punches. This is a good position to be in, at the end of the third round in a close fight.
He's got that back. He's only got one hook, though. See if Panta, able to shrug him off.
Good job from Panta right there.
But Panta needs to do something here in these final 25 seconds. Amachov has done a nice job of controlling this third round. Oh, Amachov with another big takedown. Now some hammer fists. Final seconds of this third and final round. And Amachov's going to end in a dominant position.
I mean, that was a literal exclamation point with that takedown there from Amachov. I think he did enough. I think he that third round was his, and the first round is as well. But again, unofficial. We'll see what the judges have to think. But a fun fight for both these guys. I mean, really, really well-rounded, really solid fighters. Then it's a fun fight to watch and call.
Yeah, it's tough to say exactly what the judges saw on that one. I mean, obviously that knockdown was a dramatic moment, but you see here in the third round, it's that wrestling base from Amate, gets that big trip there at the end of the third round. You hear the loud thud on the mat. That always leaves an impact, I imagine, in the judges' mind. But even up to that point, Amate did a great job of not exposing himself like he did in that second round when he got caught with that kick.
That was his most definitive round.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah, and who did the first round go to? I mean, that is a question mark that does matter, but obviously the judges are the ones that have been keeping a close eye on this, and they have made their decision. So both fighters walking back to the center of the cage right now. Our ring announcer, Justin Bernard, with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges score the contest 30-27 for the winner by unanimous decision, Magdi Amate.
All 3 rounds from all 3 judges going to Magdi Amate out of Syndicate MMA. Excellent job by him. Another win for Syndicate tonight. And we've got ourselves 2 more fights before we get to our main card tonight. Tuff-N-Uff 137 live from Las Vegas rolls on. Chris Min set to make the walk tonight as Tuff-N-Uff 137 continues live from Las Vegas. And you see he looks hyped up. And he's got a lot of experience. This is his 14th amateur bout.
Yeah, we have been calling Chris Min's fights for years now here in Tuff-N-Uff, and he is a fighter who always loves to put on a show. And, it's always fun to watch guys like this who we've seen, for years now grow in the sport and
grow up right in front of us.
Right. And continue to hone their craft and get better each and every fight. But he's got a big challenge ahead of him. I mean, we're talking 2 of the most seasoned fighters in the Tuff-N-Uff organization stepping into the cage tonight. A lot of fights under Min's belt, but he is a beast.
Interestingly, he described himself as not as chill as I look. I don't know if you look that chill, Chris. I mean, the double neck tattoos, you're coming out swinging as you make the walk. I love your intensity, man. I don't know if your opponent can match it. I mean, we've seen him fight guys before that just don't have the tenacity that he does. Every single time, as you mentioned, Mahoney, that he steps into the cage, he puts on a show. And favorite fighter is Anderson Silva because nobody made it look easier, which I think is an interesting observation, Being fluid, being inside of the cage and making it look easy is such a skill. Only the greats are able to do that. Said the most exciting moments of his life have got to be the fights because nothing is more exhilarating than what he is about to do, which is going into the cage and letting it all out. Chris Min making the walk up the stairs. Welcome once again to the Tuff-N-Uff cage.
Nasir Davis.
Nasir Davis has got himself a nice record on him. He is 5-2 in his amateur fight record, and tonight marks his 8th amateur fight.
I mean, between the 2 fighters that we are seeing tonight, almost 21 combined amateur fights. And Nasir Davis, you know, again, another fighter who we've seen here in Tuff-N-Uff over the years, seen him grow, seen his skills expand. You know, his nickname is The Real Deal, and he is the real deal. So, you know, another chef kiss to the matchmakers here at Tuff-N-Uff, because putting these two fighters together inside the cage tonight, we know there are going to be fireworks.
Yeah, and I mean, his day job is that of a Muay Thai instructor. So when you think about somebody that's going to get into the center of the cage and not be scared to bang, I mean, the coach, right? Like, he's the one that's training other fighters up because they're making that journey.
Lives and breathes and actually gets paid to do that.
Yeah.
You know, you got to love that.
Said he doesn't exactly know where he wants to be in 5 years, but he knows that he wants to be happy, and obviously a big part of that is getting victories in moments like this. Nasir Davis has always been a very, very exciting striker. I am thrilled to see how he matches up with Chris Min tonight.
Chris Min's striking is, you know, they call him Little Bruce. You know, he's a very exciting striker as well, as we see, you know, Syndicate being represented again. John Wood right there, legend in the game, and man, I'm just ready. I am ready for this fight to get underway, because I know both of these fighters never disappoint when they are inside the Tuff-N-Uff cage.
He said he got into mixed martial arts about 5 years ago in 2019 because I just wanted something to do.
Hell cool. Yeah, man.
Yeah?
Hell yeah.
You're sitting around, you're like, I think I'm going to go punch somebody.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to kick somebody too.
It's working out.
It's working out great. Like I said, very impressive record on this young man, Nasir Davis. Inside of the cage, tonight's Tale of the Tape is brought to us by Venom. Davis going to have an 1.5-inch reach advantage and 2-inch height advantage. We are set to go. Here's Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for three 3-minute rounds in the Tuff-N-Uff Bantamweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. He's a freestyle fighter with an amateur record, 6 wins, 7 losses. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 134.5 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Chris Lil Bruce Min. And now, introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He's a striker with an amateur record, 5 wins, 2 losses. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in at 135.5 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Nasir The Real Deal Davis. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Matthew Beamick.
3 3-minute rounds is our format for this one. Min is wearing the black trunks. Davis in the white trunks. Should be fireworks. We are underway. Touch of the gloves, and quickly Davis walking him down. Min ready for the challenge.
They're not feeling it out.
Nope. Oh, man. Smooth. Davis with those punches.
And a nice low kick there as well.
Yeah, great combinations. Big head kick. Looked like that one may have stung him a bit. Another kick to the body. Well-placed punches.
Min trying to get some space.
And Min looking for that takedown here. A lot of experience for Min. He's been in deep waters before, but man, Davis right now doing a good job with that balance, just hopping around on one foot, avoiding that takedown.
Yeah, it's not often that we see Min shoot in for a shot. You know, I mean, his stand-up game is well known. But the fact that we're seeing Davis have the kind of successes early on as he has, man, it's exciting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly what the punch count is just yet, but I mean, you see here that Davis just continues to pepper Min. The number of shots that he has thrown in the first minute of this fight has been very impressive, and does a job escaping there. Wow. Now he's got the back. He's got the hook in. Only one. Doing some hand fighting here. Davis in a great spot, though. Still 1:45 in round number 1.
Yeah, the balance we just saw from Davis, that sprawl to that transition to the back, I mean, is very, very impressive. As you said, Dave, still plenty of time to work from this position. And we're seeing the face of Chris Min showing some damage already.
Yeah, and Min got dotted up pretty well there in those flurries from Davis, and then that is what has led to this. And you see here, Min is covering up, and Davis just with big punches. Right to the ear.
I mean, Min is incredibly strong. I mean, I don't think we've ever seen him in a position like this fast against a guy. Wow.
That's the end. Davis gets the TKO victory in round number 1. I don't think he really absorbed a punch there. You got a look on his face.
I'm looking at him. I mean, the seriousness in Davis' face is, I mean, if looks can kill, that would murder. But I don't think there's a drop of sweat on him. And after all that action we just saw for the last 2 minutes, how is that possible? I'm sweating watching the back of my knees like Niagara Falls right now. It's not great.
Meanwhile,
might have to get this suit dry clean, man. It's not
Nasir, the real deal Davis,
Dude.
walking around as comfortable as could be, showing his respect to his opponent right now, and taking a look at some of the handiwork here as the fight was coming to a close. I mean, arguably maybe a little bit early on the stoppage.
But these are the amateur ranks. We don't want to see fighters take an excessive amount of damage. And we didn't see, I mean, obviously the respect that we see from Chris Min, we didn't see any
no complaints.
We didn't see any complaints from him either.
Justin Bernard with our official announcement in just a moment. Chris Min talking with his team right now, and already the real deal, Nasir Davis standing ready to go, center of the cage for the official announcement, and here it comes.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 1 minute, 54 seconds into round number 1, referee Matthew Beamick calls a stop to the fight for the winner by TKO, Nasir, the real deal Davis.
Nasir Davis, the Muay Thai instructor, comes out and puts on a clinic. And like you said, I don't even know if that young man broke a sweat. What a great job from him tonight here at Tuff-N-Uff 137. Brilliant performance. Our main event of the undercard is coming up in just a moment.
Hollywood Smile Dental, comfortable care and dental services you can depend on. From reconstructive to cosmetic at competitive prices. $7.99 for 4 wisdom teeth, $17.99 for implant abutment and crown. Free exam and x-ray for new patients. Financing options are available. Led by Dr. Kim and his staff, they have been handling the dental care of the Las Vegas community for years. If you want to have a Hollywood smile, you need to come to Hollywood Smile Dental.
Mahai Smoking Cloud.
Mahai, the Samurai Smoking Cloud, is making the walk right now for our main event of our undercard. Fights out of Arizona, but currently trains and is competing out of Henderson, Nevada. And what an interesting young man this kid is. Construction laborer by day. He said never training again is the thing that scares him most in life.
Wow.
Most exciting experience so far in his life is this right here, being a part of a Tuff-N-Uff event. And I understand why. I mean, you got a young man like this that comes out and he loves fighting so much. He's rocking the Dale Earnhardt shirt, also respect to that. But look at that hairdo, man. He's built for a moment like this, Mahoney.
That is right. It's been a little while since he's fought last. I mean, last November is the last time he stepped into the cage. So he's got a little bit of time in between fights, but enough to heal up, get a good training camp in, and prepare to put it all on the line tonight here at the Tuff-N-Uff 137 main event.
Interesting backstory, too. Said he got into mixed martial arts when he was 12 years old with the legendary 12 Dirty Dozen BJJ, Rick Lucero, and has been training with him up until 2023. He got his brown belt under him. And he said the reason he started training was because he was getting bullied at a young age for his native culture and traditions. And so wanted a way to be able to answer back to that if there was kids that were giving him a hard time. And I think he figured it out.
I don't think anybody's bullying him anymore.
I would be real surprised. That would seem like that would be a big mistake.
Yeah, I would say so.
Wants to be a pro in 5 years' time, and this is a huge step in that direction with the main event tonight here on the undercard at Tuff-N-Uff. Welcome to the cage, Smoking Cloud.
Devin Garcia.
Devin Garcia is going to be the significantly taller fighter in this one, tipping the scales at 160, but standing 5'10". Spent a lot of time with his family and friends, and that's what got him into mixed martial arts. He said that his parents are his hero. He said that he knows that his opponent has a mullet and does jiu-jitsu.
I mean, both of these fighters rocking outstanding hair tonight, and obviously have a storied background from both of them. But the thing that I like about both these guys, huge Max Holloway fans.
Yeah, I mean, anytime that you look up to Max Holloway, I love that brawling style. I mean, Max Holloway obviously in his last fight put on an absolute show with that dramatic knockout, but really said that he wants to get in here and make his parents proud. And he also said that he's always looking to put on a show. So I don't imagine that we're going to see a lot of downtime. In 5 years from now, he said he wants to be in the UFC with more money in my bank account than I could imagine. He does armed security by day, but his passion is what you're seeing right now, which is fighting. And a big moment, right? He's 2-2. Excuse me, he is 5-1. His opponent is 2-2. So moving to 6-1 as an amateur against a really tough opponent, I mean, that's the sort of thing where you go, am I ready to make that leap up to the professional ranks? You can certainly make the case for it.
I mean, you show out tonight in the main event of Tuff-N-Uff, there are a lot of executive eyes that are going to be on you. The future is literally endless with a win tonight.
Our tail of the tape brought to us by OnlyFans. You see Garcia going to have a 3-inch reach advantage. Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds and is a Tuff-N-Uff catchweight bout at 160 pounds. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. He's a mixed martial artist with an amateur record, 2 wins, 2 losses. He stands 5 feet 6.5 inches tall, weighing in at 159 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, representing the Fort Mojave Indian tribe, Mojave Smoking Cloud. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He's a mixed martial artist with an amateur record, 5 wins, 1 loss. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, weighing in at 160.5 pounds. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, Devin Garcia. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Jimmy Guarino.
3 3-minute rounds in our main event here on beIN Sports. Dave Farah and Jason Mahoney on the call. Smoking Cloud wearing the red trunks. Garcia is wearing the black trunks. Both fighters are set to go, and we are underway. Quick touch of the gloves. Smoking Cloud takes the center of the cage. Nice jab there from Garcia.
Smoking Cloud looking for that big overhand right. Switches stances.
Now Garcia with the reach advantage, doing a nice job kind of pawing that jab out there, trying to find that range. Another one lands.
I love a good jab in MMA. It sets up so many other opportunities and just keeps your opponent on their heels at all times. Again, firing that jab off.
Smoking Cloud with big punches that he's throwing, but Garcia right now with the accuracy.
You know, I like Smoking Cloud, just a little bit unorthodox, a little bit of jump there with that overhand right, just trying to create different angles that Garcia might not be accustomed to or be expecting, but Garcia doing a good job of getting a hold of that leg and taking the back of Smoking Cloud right now.
Yeah,
whoa.
Garcia did a great job there of getting that back. You know, as his opponent is scrambling around, he's got that arm. He's threatening the neck already. Some hand fighting. Smoking Cloud doing a nice job of trying to control that left wrist and turn into him. Nice job by Smoking Cloud.
Dude, that's
reverses that, lands a right hand out of the process.
Great reversal. That was a real bad position for him to be in, but found a way out. Oh, wow. I was looking for the fireman's carry right there.
Garcia, though, managed his way to get back to the back.
I like these guys, man. We are seeing all sorts of stuff from both of them. This is another good position for Garcia.
Yeah, Garcia's got those hooks in now. Still Smoking Cloud just standing up. Little over a minute remaining here in the first round.
I mean, all that weight of Garcia on Smoking Cloud's back, you know, just draining him. He's cranking that neck.
Yeah, he's trying to get it underneath the chin. Smoking Cloud doing a decent job of defending it, but this is getting close. Garcia gets the tap in round number 1. Improves his record to a very impressive 6-1. Gives the old mouthpiece a toss into the crowd and a dance in the center of the cage. And he reminded me of Patrick Mahomes there, right?
That was some Kenny Powers, a little bit of Kenny Powers energy right there doing the worm. And as I said, Dave, you know, you win tonight. The endless, the possibilities are endless. You know, executives in the crowd. You know, one of our old-time friends from the WEC days, sitting over to our right, the esteemed Reed Harris here tonight.
Harris is here.
Right over there.
Yeah.
Noticed him. You know, so got some eyes on this fight tonight. Been exciting stuff so far, and man, what a performance!
Yeah, this was kind of the beginning of the end here, right? I mean, Devin Garcia knew exactly what he wanted to do. He wanted to get control of that back, and Smoking Cloud did a good job of trying to avoid it there. But then once that arm was across that chin, and then he rolled onto his back, and that created just that little bit of separation, and let that arm slip underneath the chin, and that was it.
Cranking that neck, man, and then just able to slide that arm in, man. Just really showing the strength of Devin Garcia, man. Future is bright for him.
What an exciting young man. Here's the official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 2 minutes, 19 seconds into round number 1, referee Jimmy Carino calls a stop to the fight. For the winner by submission via rear naked choke, Devin Garcia.
Devin Garcia, all smiles inside of the Tuff-N-Uff cage, and for very good reason. What a way to round out this undercard live on beIN Sports. Tremendous fight from the Golden One, Devin Garcia, as he gets a victory here tonight, live in Las Vegas for Tuff-N-Uff 137. Oh, damn.
So,
wow, that is coming along.
You got drywalls getting mudded.
Yeah. That's a real-ass house.
Yeah.
Just push it, man. Push, push, push. Break yourself, and then continue to find ways to break yourself or rebuild yourself.
OnlyFans, where creators earn.
Time to get naked. I'm just kidding.
If I could connect with my people, with my fans.
Behind the scenes, technical work, training, travel, giving back to community.
Everybody wants to see what their favorite celebrity is doing to check it out.
Just push it, man. Push, push, push. Break yourself, and then continue to find ways to break yourself or rebuild yourself.
OnlyFans, where creators earn.
Time to get naked. I'm just kidding.
If I could connect with my people, with my fans.
Behind the scenes, technical work, training, travel, giving back to community.
Everybody wants to see what their favorite celebrity is doing to check it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, this evening we are honored to have Olivia and Lisa selling raffle tickets to benefit the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department Foundation, the nonprofit organization supporting our police department. They're offering 50-50 raffle tickets with proceeds going towards vital community engagement initiatives by Metro. This year, the police department aims to provide 1,000 backpacks filled with school supplies and distribute Thanksgiving meals to those in need. Your support helps build trust and make our city a safer place for everyone. Get your raffle tickets now for a gift basket and a grand prize. We'll pull the tickets at 9 p.m., so stick around and see if you are the winner. Thank you so much from the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department.
Yep. What a fight card here on BN Sports. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. There was some real standout fights, and we had some fighters making their debut tonight here in Las Vegas. But Mahoney, what was your fight of the night?
Nazir Davis really showed out tonight. It was so hard to pick because there's so many amazing fighters and so many amazing finishes tonight here at Tuff-N-Uff 137.
Magdi Amachov, the fact that he was able to weather a shin to the chin and still get the victory tonight. He even actually, according to the judges, won that round as well, even though he was rocked. So many great fights, and that's what it's all about, celebrating the future stars of MMA. Thank you so much for your support. Live from Las Vegas, from the storied theater at Virgin Hotels. My name is Dave Farah alongside Jason Mahoney. Thanks for being with us for Tuff-N-Uff 137. Have a great night.